Hello, this is Mr. Dunaway, and this is a video to teach you how to create an automatic playing PowerPoint, a repeating PowerPoint, and to put music in your PowerPoint in the background that plays while your PowerPoint plays. So here's what I would like you to do is I'd like you to create the PowerPoint uh, transitions with me, and here's what you're going to need to do is go ahead and uh, on your computer, go down to the corner, I'm sorry, not the corner, this folder right here, and you click on that. It's at the bottom, kind of middle of your screen. And when you click on that, you should get a screen that looks kind of like this. And what this is, again, this is where you go to access all of your drives. And if you click on this PC, you click on that arrow next to it and you scroll down. Sorry, click on it. You should see a whole bunch of drives, not the same ones I have, but you should see your H drive. I need you to go to where it says Dock Share O, and you click on that. And you might want to maximize your screen too. It just looks a little nicer, I think. Dock Share O. Then you're going to see a CST folder. Click that. And go down to Dunaway. Double click that. And it's going to say Intro to Computers 6th grade. Double click. It's going to say PowerPoint. Double click. And it's going to say Kansas City Royal Demo PowerPoint. Double click. And then you should have PowerPoint that starts to open on your computer. And eventually you should see that PowerPoint right there. Okay, now I'm going to get rid of this screen that we don't need anymore. And you now have your PowerPoint open. Now, here's the deal. You're looking at a PowerPoint that's saved on a shared drive. You cannot save it right now, but you can save as. So before we go any further, please go to File, click File, and do Save As, click. Go to, I would say, go to Browse, and then go over to your H drive. Okay, it should say have your username with an H after it. I'm going to click on a different one because I save my things elsewhere, but you're on your H drive, and you should have, I believe, a folder we created called PowerPoint, and you're going to put it in there, and you're going to call it, why don't you call it, like, put your name on the front of it there. Okay, I'll say like Dunaway Kansas City Royals demo PowerPoint. And if you want to just say Kansas City Royals, that's fine, like that. And save it. And now you have, if you did it correctly at the top of the screen, it should say your new title. Now don't call it Dunaway, you should call it your name. I hope you understood that. And what you have here is you have a PowerPoint that I just kind of threw together real quick. And I don't believe there's any transitions or anything on it. I think it's just 4 slides. Now let me show you the first thing you need to understand. If you want to play your slideshow, you go up to the tab that says slideshow and you click on it. And you click this button that says from beginning, and then that's your first slide. So go ahead and do that along with me. And then if you hit the arrow key or the enter key, it will go to the next slide. Now you'll see a blank slide there, and then you hit enter. So I did have an animation on that. And so I do have some animations and transitions in there, that's right. And then if you hit return again, then there's another one, Salvador Perez, who was the MVP. Oh, there's my animation when you hit enter. So go ahead and click through and just watch that real quick. It's only 4 slides with those animations in there. A couple famous plays from the World Series. The first batter for the Kansas City Royals in the first game. The first pitch, Alcides Escobar hit an inside the park home run. That's never happened in a World Series. And then in the last game, Eric Hosmer had a really famous mad dash from third base. Took a big risk on a ground ball in the infield and ended up tying the game and sending it into extra innings. I believe that the Royals eventually won that game and the World Series that night. All right, if you hit escape, you get back to this screen right here. Okay, so our 2 goals here is to create an automatic playing slideshow. So let's do that first. All right, and it's really pretty simple, but you have to do several things. All right, and do this with me so that you can get this to work, and then you're going to try to do it on yours. Okay, first thing, go up to where it says slideshow. You should have the full screen PowerPoint, and you're on the slideshow tab. It says set up slideshow. Okay, so click that and you're going to get this box right here. All right. The first thing we want to do is we want this PowerPoint to loop. That means when it's automatic playing, it starts over again. Okay, and that is this right here. It says loop continuously until ESC, until escape. So you click on that one. Make sure there's a check mark in that box. And then the other thing you have to do is select where it says, right now manually is selected. Manually means only change when I click the mouse. You also want it to do use timings if present. Okay, use timings. So click that one, use timings if present, and then OK. All right, and that is the first thing we have to do. But there's something else we need to do as well. All right, we need to go over here to the Transitions tab. So again, I placed some transitions in there. Click on the Transitions tab. And right now, if you look on the right side here, you see the check mark where it says on mouse click. We don't want on mouse click. We want to advance slide. And you want to click after, and then you want to unclick the mouse click. And then you have to select a time. We'll just say 2 seconds. You really never want it more than 5 seconds. That's a long time in a PowerPoint. It would have to be a special situation as well. And that is really all you need to do at this point for us. You can change duration, but I would just leave that as it is for now. All right, so right now the PowerPoint should be set up to automatically advance, but you're going to see something happen that it's not quite working right. Go to slideshow and go to from beginning and go ahead and click from beginning and watch what happens. Go ahead and do that. I'll do it here on my screen. Okay, the first slide advanced, and then nothing happened. And that's right, and nothing is going to happen right now because there's something else we didn't do that I want you to be aware of. So hit the escape button, ESC, escape, and here's what's going on behind the scene that you need to be aware of, that it's going to be a little complicated in your personal PowerPoint that you're going to do this to. Click on that picture right there. Okay, and then go up to the Animations tab, Animations, and then click on Animation Pane. Animation Pane, and you're going to see this. All right, so this is a really valuable window to become familiar with. The Animation Pane tells you what any animation does, and we learned last week an animation is something that an image does or text that might dance. And if you look to the left, it says Content Placeholder, and there's a 1 by it. And if you click on the arrow, you get this pop-up screen. And right now, it says Start After Previous. Or, I'm sorry, it's on Start with Click. It's on Start on Click, and we don't want to start on Click. We want to start after, either after or with Previous. So I'm going to click Start. Which one did I pick? Start After Previous. And you notice that changes to a 0. Now what that means is the timer will now move it, because when you have start on click selected, that means that animation is supposed to wait until you click it. So it kind of cancels that automatic setting we did. So let's go back to our first slide here and see what happens. Slideshow from beginning, and let's see if that picture comes on this time. There we got World Champ, and there it is right there. It should continue to the next screen. And it did not, so let's see if we can figure that out. And to figure that out, let's hit escape. And let's go down to our next slide. Now, what's happening here is, again, let's look at this particular animation. If you click on it, again, if you don't see the animation pane, you have to go back to Animations and select Animation Pane. It's right there. And again, we have the 1 there. So I think what's happening here, I think this transition actually happens after the slide. So it is, again, if I show you this, again, it's start on click. So we want start after previous. Okay, and that should take care of it as well. So now let's go back and see if we can at least get through. This is a good way to test your PowerPoint, is go back and see how far along it goes. All right, so here's our first slide. There's our next one, and that didn't work. So let's see what else is going on. And I have a feeling I know what we forgot to do. So let's go real quick back to, I believe, the transition. Yeah, go to transitions here. And if you look at transition, if you notice, see how it changed back to my original setting? And I think that is because I forgot to do something kind of important. So let's click after again, click on mouse click off. If you see that on there, here's what we forgot to do, I think. I think we forgot to click apply to all. Apply to all. So let's click that. And now let's see if my slideshow will play from beginning. There's the first one. World Champs, and it should go, there it is. It goes there, and it's going on to my last slide, and there it is. And you'll also notice it's just going to keep playing over and over, which is what we want. Hit the escape key. So test yours and see if you have that working. And the last thing to do is to add music. So to do that, it's really easy. Go to Insert. Watch closely here. We're going to go to Audio. Now I have certain MP3s that you can import for this particular assignment. Go to Audio on my PC, click, and what you're going to do is go back to this PC, and when you get this drop down, go to the O drive, CST. You're going to go down to Done Away. You're going to go to Music this time. Double click Music. Your icons might look different than mine. And let's just pick, how about Celebrate? Go to Celebrate, double click, and it will automatically insert it. And you're going to get this icon on your screen. You see the little speaker? Now you have to do one more thing, and we will be all done. You want to do a right click on that. And where it says Style, click on Style and say Play in Background. Okay, we're going to try that. I might have messed up because I wanted that to be on the first screen there. So let's see if it still works. This might not work the way I set it up. Let's go to From Beginning and see if it works. Hit play. Yeah, it's not going to come on till that screen. All right, so I'm going to escape real quick. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to go back to the first slide. I'm going to go Insert Audio, Audio on my PC. Now you're already going to be in the right place. Double click on Celebrate, put it there. Okay, do a right click on that. Go to Style, Play in Background. And now it should work. And the reason again is because I put it on my second slide instead of my first slide. So when you do this on yours, be sure that you put that on your first slide. And there's the music for us right there. And then it will start over when it repeats. Hit escape to stop it, and there you have it. Simple way to add music to and automatic play a PowerPoint. Easy. See if you can figure this out for yours. Have fun with it. Again, you're going to have to go and change all those transitions to start after the previous one for that to work. And let me know if you need help.